Motorman Balls Soup. The bike is kind of hot now. Well, you gotta be kidding me, bro. F off, man. I was about to say the crows like the bike, but they just shat on it. Pooed on the bike. Yo, look at where I am now. Are you mad? Look at that. That's mad beautiful. It's gridlock, baby. Oh my god. King me. My god, I got out of fucking traffic. It's so hot and the traffic is I thought, fuck, look, I left the key in the bike. Do you know what I mean? Oh, bruv. I needed water so badly, I actually left the key in the bike. Okay. Yeah, oh, for fuck's sake though, what's that? Wait. Bad accident there. He was like, by the alert, you know, like you can, like, yeah, you can go, like you can fit on a bike. And then it looked like oil, you know. Finally here, guys. 8 o'clock. And I am officially done. Damn, tired. Long ride. The Bangkok traffic really did take it out of me. Welcome to part 2. Had a good sleep. Oh my god. Bike is here, ready to go. Back to Bangkok today. A mode is going to be a madness, or sport mode I should say. If you haven't seen part 1, definitely click the link in the description below, because I will link part 1 there. This is part 2. This is going to be more hooning. Got my traction control, wheelie control, everything is dialed in. It's going to be crazy, going to be mad. So I'm just going to get going. Stay tuned for the video. It's going to be wicked, I promise you. Alright guys, welcome to day 2. Start off with a little ride along the beach. Welcome to Jomtien Pattaya. Oi, oi! I'm sexy and I know it. Oi, oi! Oi, oi! Oi, oi! Oi, oi! Oh, hashtag posture. You can feel the bike, it lugs a tiny bit right at around 2k, but it's so minimal. It's such a smooth bike. Oi, oi! Sideshow Bob. Oh, this would be easy to make videos going up and down here taking the piss out of people. So if you're not aware, Jomtien Beach is the kind of quieter, less sleazy part, you know, less I don't know if I want to use the word sleazy, you know, if you like it, you like it, if you don't, you don't. You know what Pattaya is famous for. It's not quite as mad as the main bit, let's leave it as that. The Rainbow Club Pattaya. Some cabaret gay thing going on. Check out the viewpoint. This is the viewpoint. I'm gonna get some double GoPro action. That is Pattaya City. The craziness of Pattaya City. All the crazy stuff that you've heard about, all the stuff you know about, all right there. Nice view from here, man. See all the people on the ferry over there going to Gotland, among other places. Nice place to come. If you're in Pattaya, you got to come up to this hill, man. At night time, sunset's mad. Hey, hey, hey. Did I catch that? Oh, I don't think I caught that. You can actually feel the slide working. That's quite mad. I might have to go and do that again. Downhill, it's a steep downhill. So I've got ABS on 1, which lets you back the bike in. If there's ever been a place, I'm sure you guys won't see this. Yeah, raw, that's proper working, you know. Oh sh**, I just slid around the whole thing. I'm not even joking, that's mad. Oh, yo, watch. Yeah, man, you can feel that, you know. You'd have to go have a few goes at it. Yeah, because I could feel it working when it came out, and then it went back, and then it worked again and went back. You gotta just go faster and just trust that it's gonna stop you at 10 degrees perfectly. That's pretty dope though, man. I mean, that's like a safe way to have fun when you can't have, you know, when you basically have to have ABS. That was pretty sick, man. Perfect place to test that. Slide test check. Making it sound like I'm some expert here. Front wheel definitely getting light there. Almost counted for a power wheelie. Through the tunnel. And now I've got my ND filter on, so it's probably really dark through the main GoPro. Time to see what this can really do. Oh, they've really kept the DNA of a motard in it. They really have. I tell you, if you had a go-kart track with one of these, a pretty decently sized go-kart track, you know, so you can go through the gears because it's got a lot of power. Using that slide thing at the back and really giving it some, when you're really used to the bike, you know, you could do a good wheelie and all kinds of things like that. This bike would be so much fun. The hardest thing to get used to on this bike, and the only kind of negative that I kind of mentioned yesterday, was the clutch. It's kind of, there's a kind of a bit of a guess between like I said yesterday, when I was at the traffic light, I kind of said it to myself at the end when it was really dark. If you're at a traffic light and you were going to race another guy at a traffic light, you would either stall it trying to let the clutch out super fast, or you'd build loads of revs and just wheelie off the line and slap your head on here probably. Yeah, a very fine amount makes a big difference in the clutch, so you can get a bit of a kangaroo effect. The old one had a bit of that, but now it's got a hydraulic clutch. You know, it's not worse, but the clutch is lighter, so you know, it's easier to pull the clutch in and out. Kind of makes it easier to then, you know, have it too much in or out. I mean, what they've done here really, Ducati, is they've made the perfect motard. I think that's what it is. I think it's the ultimate motard. That might be what I call the video. I think it still definitely feels like a motard. People that say it's not a motard, I think this one feels like a motard. The others kind of felt like a big CC road bike. Is it the ultimate motard? I think it might be. There you go, that's the first power wheelie for sure. It's a nice amount of power. It is a very nice amount of power. Coffee break.
เนี่ยอยู่กรุงแล้วอยู่
ไปกรุงเทพครับ
ไปกรุงเทพโอ้เท่าไหร่ซื้อมาเท่าไหร่
อันนี้ไม่ใช่รถผมนะ
อ้าวเหรอรถเช่าร
ถเทสครับ
รถเช่า
ผมถ่ายวิดีโอครับ
โอ้
2 วัน ไปพัทยากรุงเทพสวยไหม
โอ้บริกูด
ชอบไหม
สวยมากสวยมาก
ครับ
ผมก็ชอบเหมือนกันนะครับ แต่ว่าตอนนี้ผมก็มาขับรถรับจ้างมันไม่เหมือนตอนเป็นหนุ่มผมก็ชอบแบบนี้นะ
950
ซีซี
ใช่ครับ
โอ้บิดนี่บัก800,000เลยนะวิ่งบัก800,000เลยวิ่ง800,000 9 ล้านเลยนะอัดวิดีโอเลยเอาวิดีโอมาเลยโอเค
ครับโอเคครับ So I'm kind of debating if this is, it's not the best bike I've ever rode. MT10 is still the best bike I've ever rode, but I'm kind of debating, is this the second best bike I've ever rode? Now, the direct competitor to this and my favorite second bike would be the Triumph Street Triple RS. I think this might be better than the RS. I don't know, I think it's very close. It's very different. Depends what you want. I'd say the RS is probably more approachable. It's probably a bit better overall. But this is kind of maybe more me. I mean, this thing's beautiful as well. The RS, you know, when people say that you buy a bike and you want to look back at it and be like, like I was in the coffee shop over there and I looked back at this bike at least 5 times. Like, it is so beautiful. I mean, look at the pipes on the back. So beautiful. So it's a really good amount of power this bike has, and a really good amount of refinement. Does that make it the best middleweight bike? Is it a middleweight bike? It is a 950cc bike, but the power is 114 horsepower. It's up 4 horsepower from the old model, and it's down 4 kilograms in weight as well. It is a middle category bike. It is comparable in terms of power and stuff to an MT09, to a Z900, to a Street Triple RS. Now, the Street Triple RS is the best bike in the category. Does this beat the Street Triple RS? We are going to find out. This thing's like an angry stormtrooper. The headlight looks like a stormtrooper, and I'm gonna get to the cinemas in a bit. It's gonna be some nice shots of this bike, believe me. Sound is just ungodly as well. It's one of the better sounding bikes I've ever rode, that's for sure. There you go. I mean, you can see what kind of power it's got. If you're looking for a hoon machine, man, you're looking for a bike that you're just gonna up on, this is definitely a good option. I mean, it kind of comes on the tin, you know, Hypermotard, motard. You know, as soon as you hear motard in the name, it's gonna be an angry stormtrooper. You know it's gonna want to rip your face off, put it back on, rip it off again, put it back on, and, you know, rip it off again. It's almost weird what they've done here, because you can really feel the heart and soul and the throbbing of a motard. You can really feel it, and then it gets smoother and smoother and smoother and smoother, and a lot smoother than the old Hypermotards. And then you feel like, I'm gonna change gear, because how it has felt, you feel like the gear's gonna, you know, end, but it really doesn't. You know, you're at about 7, maybe 8,000 RPM. You still have another good 3,000-ish RPM to give it even more beans. So it's like it turns into, from a motard to like a big CC naked bike. They've really mixed it really well, man. They've mixed it really f***ing well, man. Yeah, wheelies nicely in first gear off the power. Oh, it just turns into a freaking beast. It just keeps revving. It's like a motard down low and a freaking fast naked bike up top. And wheelie control off, when you're going in first gear and you give it some good gas, it does like a very nice wheelie. It's not too intimidating. And the brakes, I mean, you know, I did mention them yesterday. The brakes are amazing, and the suspension, the chassis, the position, I kind of haven't mentioned it because it's been so good throughout these 2 videos. The suspension and the chassis has been flawless. I haven't hit loads of crazy twisties, but the suspension is so plush. I mean, it was so good on the last bike as well, I'm relating to the 821.
It's like the most refined, most powerful motard. And okay, I know you get weight with it, which you don't necessarily get on a motard, you know, on like an actual kind of dirt bike engine motard, of course. But this is the best of both worlds. I mean, those bikes are super light and torquey, but you know, you've got the intervals, service intervals, and among other shit. I mean, this is very approachable fun. Hello, watch. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can just wheelie on command, first gear, power. It's all power. Don't worry about the clutch. You don't have to be Valentino Rossi or Scott Redding to do a wheelie. Do you know what I mean? Ducati and all. If you don't prioritize fun in your ride, then don't look at this bike. But if you do, definitely check it out. I mean, as a good comparison to my MT-09, my MT-09 has got loads of fucking torque. It's a bit of a mad machine, but it's not very refined. It's refined enough, but this thing has like power almost at MT-09 torque levels, I would say. It's not quite as torquey as an MT-09, but it has refinement for days. Like, the refinement is off the charts. It's like top refinement. Brakes, 10 out of 10. Suspension, 10 out of 10. People say you need an SP. They don't sell the SP in Thailand, by the way, but this suspension has been phenomenal. I've hit a few big bumps and I almost felt like they weren't there, which is Öhlins-esque. It's been really fucking good, man. This bike has been really good. It's a specific machine, and if anyone comes at it with it's not practical or something like that, well, it's just like, yeah, no shit, it's a fucking motard. What do you want? Do you know what I mean? You want practicality by a Honda. See that there? That's a police box. You know what that means? It's wheelie time. It's a fun bike, man. You see now, I feel like I need to change gear, but I'm only at 6,500 RPM. It's fucking mad. Oh man. And the brakes, wow. Fucking bumhole. That's just too fun, too fun, too fun. You're not allowed to have this much fun. Turn the GoPros off, turn it off. I can smell the fish. I can smell the fish. I mean, I hope it's fish. Bangsand Beach. There's this kind of coastal bit of a road. It's very small, but it goes right around the kind of peninsula. Bangsand Beach, Wanapa Beach. Oh, it's nice here, man. Nice out here, man.
I'm sure there's crazy wind noise. 100% there's going to be crazy wind noise. All of this riding down here and hardly seeing the actual ocean.
So we're at Bangsand now. It's a nice place to come if you want to come to the ocean close to Bangkok and you don't want to be in and around the craziness of Pattaya. I've never like speed bumped so much. That looks like the peninsula you can go around. You know, you can go like right around that big rock there. Looks beautiful. Don't have my drone anymore, man. Sold my drone. Would have been a nice opportunity for the drone. Finding all these little nuanced small roads. Hey, hey, monkeys! Just yamming on a plastic bag. Hello. You're gonna climb on me, are ya? Hello. Wait, okay, all right. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell. I was like, wait. And then he fucking opened his mouth. You see that? Like he's like telling me off, innit? You see that? Oh, that was funny. That's gonna be the highlight of the video. This is so nice. Oi, monkey! It's like they're building it all up, man. Look at all the monkeys, man. There's monkeys everywhere. Oh, there's a baby monkey. Oh, look, they're all coming down from the hill. Oh, look, he's holding his kid. No, wait, they're having a fight over there. Now look at him, look at him go. There's monkeys everywhere. Can make sure none can chasing me, you know what I mean? Yeah, here's a rock. I'm surprised he got aggressive, considering I'm about 25, he's 25 times bigger than he is. He probably just climb right up me and f me right up. Pickup, look, he's on the pickup. He's just climbing on the pickup as he's driving along. Oh, fuck me. I just seen one jump out the back of it as well. Oh man, I'm gonna get bum raped by a monkey. It's not my bike, piss off. Oh, look at the little one go, look. Oh, they're so cute though. I'm bugged out after that one though. The big one coming at me with it and then showing me his teeth, like. Do you know what I mean? If he climbed up on my helmet and shit, well, I'm like, oh shit, like, I'm bugging out. I'm legit worried, man. I'm actually getting scared, man. Like, oh, these monkeys, man. Oh, that was wicked. That was so cool. That was such a highlight of the trip, man. Yeah, look at that monkey just crossing the main road. Oi. Oh, this thing can handle as well. I seen one corner, I gotta go mad. This thing can handle. I started headbutting the mirror though, I'm not gonna lie. Again, plug, you gotta buy my mirrors. Perfectly fit on this bike. Any bike with handlebars. So I got here yesterday and it was kind of sunset when I got here. And then my majority of the time spent here was dark. So I thought, I'll come back again, you know. The beautiful Chonburi Ocean Road. Looks like they're extending it out too, so it's going to go even further. The suspension and the brakes, obviously with the chassis and everything as well, they help you go faster. You know, the MT-09, my own bike, doesn't do that. It has an amazing engine, but the componentry around it is budget. The componentry on this bike is top spec. The brakes let you go faster because you can just slow down so much better, you know, with better feel and better power. The brakes are amazing. Suspension soaks up all the bumps. It really enables you to go quicker. Haven't done a proper cinema bit with this bike yet, and I've been wanting to do it here. So 1, 2 and 3 and cue the cinema.
Basically rode a day and 3/4. I've got another quarter back to Bangkok to give it back to the dealer. Extensively rode this machine now, sport mode, touring mode. From yesterday in the town, I had an extremely fun time riding this bike. Touring mode works in the town really well. I wouldn't bother with urban mode because I wouldn't want to reduce the power to like 75 horsepower. I want to keep the 114 that it has. But all around, you can feel that this bike has upped the compression inside the engine. It has a real motard feeling that the old bikes didn't have. Really feels like a motard down low because it's kind of poppy, and then it goes insane road bike after that. So it does actually really feel like a mix between a naked bike and a sport and a motard, man. It really does. It does a great job. I'm surprised how much I have enjoyed it. I really am. It's been better than I expected it to be, and I expected it to be good. So the styling, the dash, the I mean, the bike is just, it's just doesn't fall short in any way. If you're looking at a bike, you want a premium motorcycle, and you don't care about having like 1,000cc power plant, this is probably the best bike I've come across. I would say this or the Street Triple RS have got to be the best bikes. The dash is amazing. The brakes are amazing. The chassis, amazing. The styling, amazing. Like you guys know, man, that this is a beautiful machine, and it does everything impeccably. You know, you see the modes, the way you can fine tune it, the wheelie control. The slide thing was epic, man. Coming down the hill at Pattaya, I don't know if you guys could really tell, but you could really feel it coming out. I don't feel like I've been left short with anything at all. It's been phenomenal, and it's just so much better than the old one. In my opinion, it's way better than the old one. And I love the double pipes. They've done the right thing there too. So I'm gonna head back to the dealer in Bangkok. It's pretty much my final thoughts on the bike. I might record a little bit more on, you know, with the GoPro and stuff. So 2 days is coming to an end, and it's been epic. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. Would you buy one of these bikes? Leave it in a comment below. I'm interested to know. And let's hit the road and get back to Ducati Thailand.
It's like an angry stormtrooper that's ate a red Thai chili.